Going and I'm live. Hello, everybody. This is Wednesday, the 10th of June 2020, and I am going to talk about mixed martial arts. Yes. So, how is everybody today? Huh? How is everybody? Yep, very good. Good. Okay, so let's get straight into it, shall we? Don't want to waste any time. So the first particular topic that I was going to talk about was simply, is Conor McGregor scared? Is he scared? Seriously, is he? He's scared of Tony Ferguson. I think, to be honest, yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think he's actually scared, but he knows it's a bad matchup. He'll fight him if he has to, but I don't. I think, yeah. So, in a recent interview with Dana White let it out, and he just said it on MMAfighting.com. I'll show you. I mean, he didn't say it on there. He said it actually on ESPN's First Take interview on Tuesday. He basically just let it out of the bag because, quite frankly, everybody's annoyed with Dana White, so he needs to get defensive and throw things back. It's okay to get, roll with the punches, but it's time to throw a couple now. Yeah, and I think Dana White's just throwing a jab here and there, and I think this is a jab, but it's like a jab that basically hits their button. Because let's see, what did he say? Right? Yeah. Here we go. He wants to fight Gaethje. Gaethje just won to get the fight with Khabib, and then basically he just beat Tony Ferguson. Conor had the opportunity to slide into that spot if Khabib or Tony fell out. And that was what Conor was saying all along at the start of the year. Remember, everybody? He was saying that at the start of the year. He was saying, you know what? I have a feeling. I can't do an Irish accent. I have a feeling. Yeah, he said, I have a feeling. I don't think it's going to go down. I don't think the fight's going to go down. I got to be ready. You got to stay ready to get ready. And I'm ready. I'm going to jump in. But apparently, Dana White is saying he came back and said, I'm not a replacement fighter. I'm not going to do it. And you know what? I actually agree with Dana White. You know why I say that? Because Tony Ferguson has been, campaigning, calling him McNuggets, all kinds of things, but never once he's actually brought his name out of his mouth. Why? We all know why, because he's a tough fighter. He can go the full 5 rounds. Even with Gaethje, he took a whole load of punishment and still went the full 5 rounds, and Conor can't do that. He can't just keep on punching for that long and take shots as well for that particular period of time. It's too much to handle. To be honest, it was an off day, in my opinion, for Tony Ferguson. But that's taking nothing away from Justin Gaethje because he had to do what he had to do. But I think that he's not going to admit it. That weight cut basically killed his body for the second time. Doing 2 weight cuts, that's just ridiculous. Regardless of the situation, he looks slow. And when he went to make when he was trying to, get some rhythm going and throw some shots, every time Gaethje bang on. And I think, to be honest, he could do the same. Gaethje could do the same with McGregor, but that's not going to happen, really. McGregor is looking for the best option for himself, really. That's what he wants to do. He wants the best option. So, he thought he could beat Gaethje because he thought his fighting style is going to be perfect in terms of Gaethje's just going to come out guns blazing and then he can catch him with the counter shots and end the fight. I think that's his best plan. And I think it's going to be hard to control Gaethje against McGregor. But if, as far as McGregor trying to keep away from Tony Ferguson, you're damn right. He was on the same team. He was on the same management team. I'm not sure what it was, but Tony Ferguson and McGregor were on the same management team, and that's why Tony Ferguson left, simply because he felt as though he was getting hard done by their management team, because they were just focusing on Conor McGregor and not him. So, and to be honest, again, he doesn't mention Tony. The only time he mentioned him was after the fight. He started saying, you know what, he was never at that level, blah, yada, 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 etc., etc., etc. Truth is, he is at that level. Tony is at that level. The thing is, that weight cut, regardless of what you want to say, I believe it did overkill his body. He could have, and he didn't train for a guy who's going to stand up with him. He trained for a guy who's going to take him down. So, but you got to give credit where credit's due to Justin Gaethje. However, that doesn't say that Conor McGregor wasn't scared of Tony Ferguson. I mean, let's be honest. If he isn't, then why doesn't he fight him now? You can say, you know what, I'll fight Tony Ferguson now. You should come out with that statement to kind of like get rid of the actual get rid of the backlash, because quite frankly, he's just shown what he really, that really he does choose. I mean, look, people going, oh, you know what, Dana has said it so many times. You know what, I came up, I said when Aldo was out, I just said to him, Chad Mendes, and then he took the fight. And, give him credit where credit is due. He took the fight. But the reality is, he took the fight. He knew what he was going to go in for, and he knew he was ready to beat him. The styles made the fights, and he was ready for that style. When it comes to guys like Tony Ferguson, he knows that's a difficult style for him, and he knows he's going to get beat. So, it's a wise decision for him to not take a fight like that. And I do say, Conor right now, he has no leverage. Apparently, right now, he's, what the case is, according to other sources out there, is that, he's throwing things out like him against Anderson Silva and whatever, maybe Masvidal. I don't think he's the one. Masvidal. He'll just get annihilated by Masvidal. Masvidal's got a gas tank forever, man. The guy, he's been doing it for years, and he's got a gas tank forever, and he can actually, he now is actually trying to do some damage. Before it was just like a point situation, you know what I mean? Like, but now, no. So I doubt that. I don't know. I don't seriously. Does Conor really want to fight Anderson Silva? Anderson Silva will just. The problem with Anderson Silva is, here's a problem with Anderson Silva nowadays. He just likes to play. He doesn't. If you looked at him from the early start of his career up till the fight against Chris Weidman, the first one, what he used to do was basically try to finish guys off. You know what I mean? He knew they were dangerous, and then he tried to finish them off. You know what I mean? That's what he would do. I mean, check it out in the Dan Henderson fight. He started off good, and then suddenly he knew, right, damn, he got taken down towards the end of a round and then got pounded on. And then he came and finished him off in the second round. And now, Anderson Silva, it's like he just wants a sparring match. And I think that's what Conor wants to do. He wants to have a sparring match with, Anderson Silva. And if that's the way the fight is going to go, 5 rounds of that, then, go do it. But I still think he's going to lose. And even if he does lose, he's still not going to do anything to his star power. And that will actually bring back, Anderson Silva as well. So, yeah, make that fight. If that's the case, because even if he loses, his stock's not gonna go down. You would have thought, well, one of the GOATs, and yeah, good for him. But as far as getting a title shot now is absolutely unbelievably, not possible. So anyway, yeah, let's get on to the next point. Ba, 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 ba. So really, in my opinion, I don't think he has any leverage whatsoever. Yeah, doesn't have any leverage. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, to be honest, there's been so much happening, really, in MMA. It's kind of funny. Really, it is kind of funny. Number 2, I would say, is Yaz Island, man. Yaz Island. UFC 251 is on Yaz Island. Where is this? I just want to just clear it. Man. Okay, so UFC 251, right? Yaz Island. Damn it. Now, they were all saying that it was going to be an island, and it's on Yaz Island. I'm sure when BJ fought Frankie Edgar for the first time, he was on Yaz Island. Apparently, it was bloody really hot over there at that particular time. And I don't think I think it's gonna be exotic as such, but they've hired an island and they're gonna do everything in their own way. It's gonna be damn good. It's in Abu Dhabi, and it's always awesome in Abu Dhabi, man. Guys, it's always amazing there. Now the heroes and the thing which annoys me. Sorry, I'm gonna go off on a tangent really with this whole Black Lives Matter thing and everything else, but it's kind of really annoys me when the situation comes up. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm just going off the left field. Now, it's on Yaz Island and it's in Abu Dhabi. Now, Abu Dhabi is a Muslim country. Now, the thing is, everybody in America, well, not saying everybody in America, but there are a lot of people, the media, they basically publicize that, oh, Muslims are bad, blah, 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 blah. Now, their silent investor is a Muslim. UFC silent investor they've probably got about 1% or something like that invested, and they're Muslim. And you can't call them bad guys, can you? You can't call them, the way, these whole. I don't want to say the word, but it's really frustrating when, oh, you know what, these guys are bad, these Muslims are bad, etc., etc. Well, but now when it comes to basically putting on a fight, it's on Yaz Island in Abu Dhabi, a Muslim country. Oh, now we're okay. Muslims are okay then, aren't they? Really? Oh, it is what it is, I guess. But anyway, so they're gonna fight on Yaz Island, and like I said, they're a silent partner. They're a silent partner. You're watching me, Oxygen. Okay, so is a silent partner. Wait. Sorry, I'm just going off on. So it's a silent partner. Now, yeah, they're a silent partner, and they're willing to put on the event. Okay. Now, here is one of the things. UFC have not paid, in a way, paid for all that the event being put out, because quite frankly, they're a silent partner. The silent partner must have made the infrastructure. They did it last time in Yaz Island. They're doing it again this time. So they're saying that they're paying out all this money to put the event over there. I don't think they're going to be putting out they're spending a lot of money over there. So they can They can't afford to pay the fighters out there without a shadow of a doubt. Now, as far as so when it comes to like Jon Jones and George Masvidal complaining about, oh, are they getting paid enough? Are they not getting paid enough, etc. Well, to be honest, I think it comes down to the deal. Now, like I was watching the interview with Brett Okamoto and what's his name? Khabib's manager. And Khabib's manager basically just said, it's up to everybody else. You fight, you sign the deal. And quite frankly, Jon Jones has been getting paid $2 million per fight or per year or something like that, according to his Twitter. Let's have a look. Jon Jones, Johnny Boy Jones. Yeah, apparently he's got paid. Oh, this is some other guy. Apparently he's got 2 million per fight. Or or per year, one of the two. I'm not sure. I think it's 2 million per fight. So, or less than that apparently. Or something along the line of that. Now, to be honest with you, that is quite less for a UFC caliber fighter. That is quite a lot low. Now, George Masvidal, I'm sure he's getting a lot less. Probably, maybe he's got about 500,000 followers, etc. He's pushing it out, stuff like that. He's probably getting maybe even probably 300,000. I'm not sure, but he's probably going to get half that even as well. So they're probably going to want to pay him 150K or something like that. So for them to actually go, you know what, we got to renegotiate for the fight deal. Khabib's manager basically said you can't fight, you shouldn't sign them deals. So really, like an 8-fight deal, which Jon Jones has signed in his last contract, he shouldn't have signed that. And that is where the problem lies. I think is these deals are not easy deals to. I mean, they look good on the outside, but basically they don't really give much room for negotiation because you can't go elsewhere. So he's going to have to fight out his contract with Jon Jones. He's just signed an 8-fight deal. And if he's not happy with it, he's just going to have to go elsewhere. I doubt he can go WWE. Unless it's up to, Dana. He'll have to kind of okay that. But even that will be difficult. But we'll see. Yay. That's good. Yeah, so that's that. So Jon Jones is effed, and I actually think he is really effed. And usually he's a compulsive liar. He likes to complain a lot, but we're talking, common sense here. And I think in terms of getting paid, the fact that he's actually come out and said he's got about 2 million. That's not a lot, man. And George Masvidal, I think the best thing is to get it out in the open, man, and start complaining. George is doing the right thing in terms of going out there, complaining, keep on talking like that. That's a good thing, man. That's a really good thing. But are they going to win? No. So what they're going to have to do, fight the big fights. That's it. It's all dependent on the draw. That's why we've got in Yas Island, we've got Kamaru Usman versus Gilbert Burns, and that's going to be a good fight. But it's not the fight that we want to see. We wanted to see George Masvidal versus Kamaru Usman, but we can't see that now because it's all dependent on the pay. So even Diaz said something about that, and quite frankly, it was hilarious. It was funny. It was very, 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 very much so funny. But he's saying it's not the real league. I'm the real money fighter. So yeah. So George, if I was you, you want to make a big money, go and fight Nate Diaz. And for your next fight, you need to fight the big guys. That's why Jon Jones wants to fight now. Now we kind of see the big picture. That's why Jon Jones wants Francis Ngannou, something that can basically become a big draw, make him a lot of money, because that's what he wants to do now. I think. Look, in the last fight, he lost. In my eyes, he lost the fight, but on the scorecards, he didn't. So it is what it is. So for him, he needs to move to the next level in terms of pay, because he's not getting, if he doesn't feel like he's getting compensated, and he could end up losing. So he wants a big fight. And I think that will, not only that, but that will excite him enough to move forward and try to finish the guys off. I think he's kind of lost that mentality that he had when he first came in UFC, was like trying to finish guys off. I think that will excite him if he fights these big guys like Ngannou. But I just don't think. I mean, he can. The good thing about him, he's got that reach advantage. That's a huge thing, and he can always do the leg kicks. So he can win that fight without a doubt. Are they going to give him that fight? No, he's not proven a draw. So I think for Jon Jones, he just needs to sit it out, man. Maybe until next year fight. Adesanya. Yeah. Okay. So the 3 title fights on the actual UFC Fight Island are Gilbert Burns versus Kamaru Usman. Okay. Where are they? Yeah. Alexandra Volkanovski will face Max Holloway for the rematch. This will be good. And then Peter Yan takes on Jose Aldo. Okay. And Usman signed a 6-fight deal. Hopefully you got a good deal. And not only that, but we're going to get Jessica Andrade versus Rose Namajunas too. I think this is going to be a good fight, because that particular fight is going to be good, because up till halfway through the fight, until she got spiked, which was very dangerous. I don't blame Rose Namajunas not to be the same after that fight, because she got spiked and got knocked out. And I would advise her to, if she comes back, even if she just gets a loss but goes the full 3 rounds, that in itself will be a mental victory for her. Now, Paige Van Sant will be fighting against Amanda Ribas. Now, we know why that is. Paige Van Zant's going to have a big following. Then we have Amanda Ribas. She's an upcoming star as well. They're both at the same level. It will be a good, interesting fight. And then Aldo and Yan will be okay fight as well. It's a 3-rounder. Hopefully this cage will be a small cage. I'm just thinking, because I think Jose Aldo, when he was in a big cage, he became a boring fighter. And Volkanovski and Holloway too. They'll be all right. I mean, they'll be good. Volkanovski and he earned a unanimous decision win over Holloway in the last one. So this one's gonna go another full 5 rounds. Oh wait. The 135 rounds. Oh. 135 titles, that's going to be a 5-rounder as well. But they gotta have a small cage. They gotta have a small cage. Volkanovski, I think he's gonna win it again. I do. If it's a small cage as well, that will do him better. Usman, I think Usman's gonna easily win this fight, and that is no offense to Gilbert Burns. He's just literally just fought now, so he's not. He's not going to be. I'm sure he's got some bumps and bruises over here and there, but apparently he's saying it isn't, and he wants his title shot. But the thing is, regardless of the situation, he's not a wrestling guy. He's a jiu-jitsu guy. So the upper hand is always going to be with Kamaru Usman. And Usman's just going to basically just take him down now. I think that's the thing. He's a bigger guy. Gilbert Burns was fighting at 155. I think this is probably third round victory, I think, for Kamaru Usman. He's somehow going to get him to the ground maybe, and then, ground and pound him out. So, yeah, that one is going to be good. Yas Island in Abu Dhabi. That's going to be a good fight card. So, at the moment, there's one more thing I want to talk about. Now, Cody Garbrandt was saying, talking about Sean O Malley, saying, you know what, there's nothing for him to be jealous of or anything like that, which is fine. I don't blame him either. There is no need to be jealous because he's already achieved it. He achieved it a long time ago. All great things prior to Sean O Malley, has done now. Sean O Malley is just coming up and coming. He's coming up to the next level. And I think for Sean O Malley, he needs to have 3 more fights that can really, solidify him as a star, get the money rolling with him, and then fight for the title. The unfortunate thing is, I think Sean O Malley said it. He says, I can beat, Cody Garbrandt, and I do think he can. The thing is, his accuracy is perfect, and he's pretty fast as well. With them feints, what he did to Wineland, I think he can do it to Cody Garbrandt because he's got a reach advantage, and he can knock him because we all know Cody can, he doesn't have... he's got knocked out before, so he can get knocked out again. The thing is, what I would like to see for Cody is fight somebody else, man. Fight somebody else. Fight two more fights, then maybe fight the title or something like that for Cody. There's no need to, fast track him, in my opinion. Fast track both guys. Just make the money out of him as much as you can. But as far as who is the guy, man? Who is Khabib's manager? Where's his name? Ali Abdulaziz, yeah. Ali Abdulaziz, he was saying about, there being a union and such. There is not really going to ever be one, because what it is everybody's got their own deal and everybody's got their own circumstances to sort out. You know what I mean? So once you're sorted, you don't care about the next person, do you? As such, when you sign a deal with some, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, man, I'm getting paid. Yeah. Oh, he's getting, so much less and all that. Oh, then if he complains to him, if he goes, hey, you're not gonna, unless you go, wait a minute, he needs to get the same pay as me. But then the employer will go, wait a minute, if you're gonna mess with me like this, I'll give you less. You know what I mean? So that is why it all comes down to that. Promoters are always going to have a leverage, and the managers and the fighters, they've got to have the leverage as well, and you've just got to work. For each team has got to work for themselves, and that's what it comes down to. He even said it himself in Brett Okamoto. Was saying, even what's his name, George St. Pierre, he started a union for one day, and then he finished, and then was it Ali said, yeah, you know why? Who was the person who sorted his deal out with the UFC? He said it was Ali Abdulaziz. He sorted it out. He sorted the deal with the UFC. So you got to give a lot of credit with Ali has done what Ali has done. Still don't get how he's not managed then to get the fight with Khabib. GSP versus Khabib. I'm still surprised how he's not managed to do that. I think what it is that fight is for Dana's son, Conor. But let's be honest, Dana's son, Conor, wasn't ready for. He wasn't ready for Tony Ferguson. And look, I'm not slating Conor for making that decision. He's a tough matchup. Well, you're gonna have to pick the best matchups for yourselves to move forward. That's just the way it goes. It is what it is. So good on him. But yeah, I think the way Conor's always, like, I'm retiring, because he's not getting his own way, blah 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 blah. I understand it's a business and all that, but they did offer him the fight against. They did offer him the fight against Tony. So you pushed UFC under the bus. The UFC basically pushed you under the bus by saying what you actually did. So I don't blame the UFC, and I don't blame you, Conor, as well, for not taking the fight. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you for viewing this, and please like, subscribe, share, and have a great day, everybody. And sorry about the lighting. I should have maybe adjusted it a bit more, but there was just too much light in my face at that particular time. So yeah, thank you for viewing this. Have a great day. And please share, like, subscribe, etc. Thank you. Peace.